Jay here. Welcome to Intermediate Guitar Interlude number 3. Every 4 chapters we're going to have this interlude, and this is also a great opportunity to pick a new song to learn. You can learn any song of any style. I won't be teaching those here, but you could go in by ear. You could look up a tutorial on YouTube or tab or purchase a transcription book, etc. So definitely be learning new songs, and let's incorporate all these chord scales and studies from these books. Okay, now our hammer-ons and pull-offs will be indicated with an arc over the top. If it's ascending in notes, that'll be hammer-ons, and descending will be pull-offs, and sometimes we'll have some combinations too. Okay, we're also going to be looking at some trills too in these studies, and that's going to be combinations of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So let's start off with some hammer-ons in E major in open position. Okay, now I'm going to recommend to run each of these pull-offs separately, repeat them a good amount of times. I'll just be doing them a couple times here. And then also run them as a combinations of strings. You can go strings in unison, you could skip around strings, but also challenge yourself a little bit, and I'll demonstrate some of that. And then lastly, just do it as a run, and that's how it's written on the tab here. So just go string to string all the way up and then all the way back down. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 1. This is going to be our open position E major scale. It's going to start off with an open 2-4 on your 6th string. Now that's going to be 2 hammer-ons in a row. So I'm going to hit the open 6th string and then hammer-on 2 and 4. I'm using my index and my ring finger. You can also experiment with some different fingers, but that's a good way to go for this one. Okay, now taking it to the 5th string, it's going to be an open 2-4. Same concept. On the 4th string, it's going to be a 1-2-4. I'm using my index, middle, and pinky for that. 3rd string is just a 1-2. 2nd string is going to be an open 2-4. And then your 1st string is going to also be an open 2-4. Okay, now that's repeating each a couple times. Now I'm going to just basically play a couple strings in unison. Okay, now I'm going to jump around a little bit. So challenge yourself a bit, have some fun with it too. Okay, now let's do that as a run. I'm just going to go string to string. For picking, you could do rest strokes or just pick everything as a down pick. I'm going to demonstrate a rest stroke. When I hit the 6th string, I'm going to follow through and rest my pick on the 5th string. When I hit the 5th string, I'm going to rest on the 4th string, resting on the 3rd string, resting on the 2nd string, resting on the 1st string, and then you could just release it when you get to your 1st string. Now, as I do a run, I could go with my rest strokes. It'll look like this. Okay, now here's just doing down picks. So check out both of those concepts. Okay, now for number 2, we're going to do the opposite. These are going to be pull-offs. For your pull-offs, I'm going to recommend pull it off downward so that you can get your skin of your finger to trigger that note. So I'm going to pick the 1st note. This is my 4th fret on the 1st string with my ring finger. I'm going to pull it off to the 2nd fret where my index is already there. And then I'm going to pull that off to my open string. Again, pulling off downward to get that skin to trigger that note. Okay, now here's 4-2 open on the 2nd string. 2-1 on the 3rd string. 4-2-1 on the 4th string. And then notice I've got my index and my middle ready to go. So they're already in position for those next pull-offs to come. 4-2 open on the 5th string. 4-2 open on the 6th string. Okay, now here's a couple strings back to back. And here's jumping around a little bit. And then here it is as a run. And I'm going to be doing my rest stroke. So just as we did ascending, I'm going to always rest my pick on the next string. So as I pick my 1st string, resting on the 2nd string, resting on the 3rd string, and so on. Now here it is with rest strokes as a run. And here it is just with up picks. you could also do them as down picks. Okay, let's go ahead and take it to number 3. Now we're going to do an open E minor scale. First one's going to be open 2-3 on the 6th string. I'm going to be using my index and my middle. Open 2-3 on the 5th string. Open 2-4 on the 4th string. Open 2 on the 3rd string. Open 1-3 on the 2nd string. And then open 2-3 on the 1st string. Now I'm going to do it as a run. Okay, now here is descending for number 4. We're going to go 3-2 open, pull-offs on the 1st string. 3-1 open on the 2nd string. 2 open on the 3rd string. 4-2 open on the 4th string. 3-2 open on the 5th string. And then 3-2 open on the 6th string. Here it is as a run. Okay, now let's take it to number 5. We're going to talk about trills. When we just repeat a hammer-on and pull-off and just keep it going, that's what we call a trill. You might recognize the sound. I think about classical music too. You hear these quite often in there. For these trills, I'm just picking the first note and then it's all hammer-ons and pull-offs from there. Okay, now for the first one, number 5A, we're going to trill with our open and 2nd fret on the 6th string. So as I do a hammer-on and a pull-off, now I'm just going to just keep repeating it. You can use your index. Your middle's another good finger for that. Check out your other fingers too if you like. Okay, for B, we're going to do a trill with our 2nd and 4th fret on the 5th string. C is going to be 1-2, back to 1 on the 4th string. And then D is going to be open 4 open on the 2nd string. Okay, for number 6A, now we're going to go 2-3-2 on the 1st string. 1-3-1 on the 2nd string. C is open 2 open on the 3rd string. And then D is 2-3-2 on the 5th string. Okay, let's take it to part 2 of this study. We're going to start off on number 1 with the G major scale. And let's start off with 3-5 on the 6th string, hammer-ons. Okay, now 5th string is a 2-3-5, double hammer-on. 4th string is a 2-4-5. I'm using my index, ring, and pinky for that. 2-4-5 again on the 3rd string. 3-5 on the 2nd string, and then 2-3 on the 1st string. Okay, now here it is just going from the 6th to the 5th string. And now I'm going to jump a couple strings. Okay, now here it is as a run. Okay, now for 2, we're going to do pull-offs. So it's going to be 3-2 on the 1st string, 5-3 on the 2nd string, 5-4-2, 3rd string, 5-4-2, 4th string, 5-3-2, 5th string, and then 5-3, 6th string. Okay, now here it is as a run. Okay, let's take it to number 3. Now we're going to do a G minor scale. First hammer-ons are going to be 3-5 and a 6. 5th string is a 3-5-6. 4th string is a 3-5. 3rd string is a 2-3-5. 2nd string is a 3-4-6. And then 1st string is a 3-5-6. Okay, here it is as a run. Okay, now for 4, we're going to descend some pull-offs. It's going to be a 6-5-3 1st string, 6, 4, 3, second string, 5, 3, 2, third string, 5, 3, fourth string, 6, 5, 3, fifth string, 6, 5, 3, sixth string. Okay, now here it is as a run. Okay, now we're going to do some trills for number 5. The first one's going to be 3, 5, 3 on the 6th string, 2, 5, 2 on the 5th string, 4, 5, 4, 4th string, 2, 4, 2 on the 3rd string. Okay, for number 6A, it's going to be 3, 6, 3 on the 1st string, 3, 4, 3, 2nd string, 3, 5, 3 on the 3rd string, and then 5, 6, 5 on the 6th string. Okay, we're going to talk about some add two chords. We introduced these in the first book. We did some open position chords. Today we're going to do some bar chords and some different voicings around the neck for some different keys. Okay, add two is when we're going to add the second note of the major scale. We can add it to either just a power chord, which is your root and your fifth. We could add it to a major chord, which has a major triad in there, 1, 3, 5, or we could add it to a minor chord with a minor triad with a 1 flat 3 and a 5. But we're basically just adding that second note. Now, sometimes people refer to this as a ninth, and you might see that as well. Sometimes people even say sus9 or sus2. But I'll just be referring to them as add twos for this particular study. I want to point out theoretically that if we had a flat 7 in these chords, we would be calling them more like ninth chords, minor ninth chords, dominant ninth chords. But for this particular one, we're not having any sevenths in there, so that's why I'm referring to them as power chord add twos and major and minor add twos. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with the C5 add two. This is a C power chord, adding the second note of major scale. Okay, so you're going to bar on your 3rd fret with your index, starting on the 5th string. Going to grab with your index and then go to your ring finger on the 5th fret, 4th string, pinkies on the 5th fret, 3rd string, and then barring to get your 3rd frets on the first 2 strings. And then just make some contact and mute your low 6th string. Okay, now for a C major add two, there's a couple different ways we can play this chord. I'm going to give us this particular one. It's going to have a middle finger on the 3rd fret, 5th string, index is on the 2nd fret, 4th string, open 3rd string, ring fingers on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then pinkies on the 3rd fret, 1st string. And then make some contact to mute your low 6th string, or you can have your thumb over the top. Okay, I just want to point out this chord's also really nice just to have your open 1st string, so you could even release your pinky for that one. But I'll be keeping the pinky down for this one. Okay, now for your C minor add two, just bump your index finger back to your 1st fret on the 4th string. And now we have a flat 3rd in that chord. And the note we're adding to our C chords is the note D, and that's the second note of the major scale. Okay, now for a G power chord add two, we're going to add the note A to our G power chord. This is going to be like an open position kind of voicing. You're going to have middle finger on the 3rd fret, 6th string, mute the 5th string with that middle finger, open 4th string, index is on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, ring fingers on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and pinkies on the 3rd fret, 1st string. Okay, now for your G major add two chord, this is going to have like a triad starting on your 4th string with your ring finger on the 5th fret, middle finger is on the 4th fret, 3rd string, index is on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then pinky grabs the 5th fret on the 1st string. And that's your 2nd degree of your scale right there. That's your high A. Okay, now for this chord, we can just do this 4-note voicing right here. You can also have your thumb over the top and get your 3rd fret on the 6th string if you want to have your root in there too. Okay, now for a G minor add two, now I'm going to be barring with my index finger, so I'm still going to have my ring finger on the 5th fret, 4th string, barring with my index on the 3rd frets on the 3rd and 2nd string, and then pinky grabs that high A, the 5th fret on the 1st string. You can also have your thumb on this chord if you like to. Okay, I want to point out that this chord also works as a big old bar chord if I add my middle finger to the 5th fret on the 5th string. Okay, now for some E chords, we're going to be doing some open position. I want to point out that you could definitely just take like our C add 2 shape, just bump it up to your 7th fret on the 5th string, and you can have yourself your E5 add 2. So a lot of these voicings are movable, but we're going to target some open position. Okay, now for your E power chord add 2, you're going to have your open 6th string, index fingers on the 2nd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 4th fret 4th string, pinkies on the 4th fret 3rd string, and then your open first 2 strings. And we're adding the note F sharp, that's our 2nd, and it happens to be kind of in a mid-range spot right here. For all these voicings, we're going to sort of have a mid-range F sharp or our 2nd, or add 2, as opposed to putting the F sharp up on top like we did in the first book. Okay, now for your E major add 2, gonna have open 6th string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 5th string, pinkies on the 4th fret 4th string, indexes on the 1st fret 3rd string, and then your open first 2 strings. Okay, now for your E minor add 2, gonna have open 6th string, indexes on the 2nd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 4th fret 4th string, and then open first 3 strings. Okay, now for some A chords, for your A add 2, gonna have open 6th string, open 5th string. You can go to your middle finger on the 2nd fret 4th string, and then ring finger 2nd fret 3rd string, and then your open first 2 strings. This same chord can also be played with your index and your middle. For your A major add 2, we're just gonna be doing the same shape that we did for G major, but now we're up 2 frets around our 5th position. So open 6th string, open 5th string for this one, ring fingers on the 7th fret 4th string, middle fingers on the 6th fret 3rd string, index is on the 5th fret 2nd string, and then pinky grabs the 7th fret on the 1st string. You can also add your thumb on the 5th fret on the 6th string if you like, but this chord also already has a lower A in there too. I want to point out for your A minor add 2, you can just bump the same voicing from your G minor add 2 up 2 frets. But I'm going to be giving us an open position chord for our A minor add 2. This one's going to have your open 6th string, open 5th string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 4th string, pinkies on the 4th fret 3rd string, indexes on the 1st fret 2nd string, and then open 1st string. This one's got some personality because there's a cool half step crunch on your 3rd and 2nd string there. Okay, we're going to put our add 2 chords into some chord progressions now, and for this I'm just going to keep a basic pattern for all these. So it's just 2 quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, and then 8th notes on beats 3 and 4. You could do down strums for your quarter notes, and then down and ups for your 8th notes. You can also just do all down strums for all these if you like. When you see a box without a bottom, that's your down strum, and an arrow pointing down is your up strum. Okay, I'll just be playing each of these one time, but I recommend repeat them all 8 to 12 times and check out some different tempos. Okay, for number 1, we're going to go a bar of C power chord add 2 into a bar of C minor, then a bar of C power chord add 2 on bar 3 to a bar of C major. Okay, for C minor and C major, I'm just going to be doing some bar chords. So for C minor, got the index finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 5th fret 4th string, pinkies on the 5th fret 3rd string, middle fingers on the 4th fret 2nd string, and then barring to get your 3rd fret on the 1st string. And then just make some contact and mute your low 6th string. And then for your C major bar chord, got the index finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, ring fingers barring 5th frets on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, and then just mute your low and your 1st string. Okay, for the switch from C power chord add 2 to C minor, I'm just going to be adding my middle finger to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, keeping all the other fingers where they were. And then for my move to C major, I'm just going to go into my bar. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 2, we're going to go 2 bars of C major add 2 into 2 bars of G major. Now for this switch, all I'm going to do is bump my middle and my index finger down a set of strings to get to my G major. Okay, here comes number 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Here's number 2 a little faster. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 3, we're going to go 2 bars of C minor add 2 into 2 bars of D minor. I'm just going to go to an open position D minor for this one. So I got my open 5th string, open 4th string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 3rd string, ring fingers on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and then index is on the 1st fret 1st string, and then just avoid your low 6th string, or you can have your thumb over the top to mute it. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 4, we're going to do 2 bars of G power chord add 2 into 2 bars of E major. For E major, I'm just going to do open position. So I've got open 6th string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 2nd fret 4th string, index is on the 1st fret 3rd string, and then your open first 2 strings. Okay, here comes number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... For number 5, we're going to go 2 bars of G major add 2 into 2 bars of A major add 2, and I'm just going to take my same shape up 2 frets to make that switch. Okay, here comes number 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Here's number 5 using the thumb. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 6, we're going to go 2 bars of G minor add 2 into 2 bars of D major. For this one, for D, I'm just going to do my open position D major. Got the open 5th string, open 4th string, index is on the 2nd fret 3rd string, ring fingers on the 3rd fret 2nd string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 1st string, and then just avoid your 6th string, or you could have your thumb over the top to mute it. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Here's number 6 a little faster. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 7, we're going to go 2 bars of E power chord add 2 into 2 bars of A power chord add 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... For number 8, we're going to go 2 bars of E major add 2 into 2 bars of C major. I'm just going to be doing open position C major. For this one, got ring finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 4th string, open 3rd string, index fingers on the 1st fret 2nd string, and then your open 1st string. I'm just going to make some contact and mute my low 6th string, or use your thumb over the top to mute it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 9, we're going to go 2 bars of E minor add 2 into 2 bars of B minor. I'm going to be doing the bar chord for B minor. So I got the index finger on the 2nd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 4th fret 4th string, pinkies on the 4th fret 3rd string, middle fingers on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and then barring to get the 2nd fret on the 1st string with index, and then make some contact and mute your low 6th string. Okay, here comes number 9. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 10, we're going to go 2 bars of A major add 2 into 2 bars of A minor add 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, for number 11, we're going to have an 8-bar progression. We're going to go 2 bars of each of our power chord add 2. So we're going to start off C5 add 2 for 2 bars, go to G5 add 2 for 2 bars, E5 add 2 for 2 bars, and then to A5 add 2 for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... thank you so much for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you for the next chapter. Take care.